Good morning, it's Mrs. Hall. Alright, so we're looking at number 2 on page 6. So the first thing we have to do for letter A is to write these in ascending order. It's a little bit harder to compare fractions than it is decimals. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change all these fractions into decimals first. That way it's easier to compare. But as we list them from least to greatest, we will revert them back into fractions. Alright, so first things first. 1/3 is 0.3 repeating. 1/2 is 0.5. 1/6 is 0.16. The 6 is repeating. 2/3 is 0.6 repeating. And I'm writing down 2 of the repeating numbers just so it's easier to compare them in case some have more than one number. One decimal point, I mean. So 5/6 is 0.8333. The 3 is repeating. 1/2 again is 0.5. And again, 2/3 is 0.6 repeating. Excuse me. I believe most of these fractions should be in that yellow box from the last book that should have been memorized. So I hope that we're working on getting those memorized. So now we're going to look at our whole numbers first. The smallest whole number we have is 3. And that's all of them. So now we're going to look at the decimals behind them. We've got 0.3, 0.6, 0.5, and again 0.6. So out of 3, 6, 5, and 6, the smallest is going to be 3. So this will be our smallest term. However, I'm going to write it in ascending order in the fraction form. So the first one I'm writing is 3 and 1/3. Then the next one that I have is 3.5. This is my second term. I'm going to be writing that in the fraction form as 3 and 1/2. Then I've got 3.6 repeating, which will be my third term. I'm writing that as 3 and 2/3. And then again another 3 and 2/3 for this one over here. So these two have been taken care of. Now I'm going to look at my 4s. So I have a 4.5 and a 4.83 repeating. The smallest one is going to be 4.5. That will be my fifth term. I'll write that down as 4 and 1/2. That's taken care of. Then after that, I've got 4.83, which is my sixth term. And I'll write that down as 4 and 5/6. So that one's taken care of. And then last but not least, we have our seventh term, which is 5 and 1/6. All right, so we have all 7 terms listed. So that's how we write it in ascending order. Then to figure out the rest of them, the range, the median, mode, mean, I don't know what order they go in. Let me see your book really quick. So for letter B, we're looking at the range. The range is going to be our largest number minus our smallest number. So you will have 5 and 1/6 minus 3 and 1/3. You will have to find the least common denominator first. Once you do that, you can just subtract. Looking at letter C, they ask for the mean. The mean is going to be a little tricky. B here was the range. Okay, so the mean, we have to add them all up. So I have 3 and 1/3 plus 3 and 1/2 plus 3 and 2/3 plus 3 and 2/3 plus 4 and 1/2 plus 4 and 5/6 plus 5 and 1/6. Once you add those up, you will divide, and you divide by how many terms you're given, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 terms in our list, in our set of data. So you will divide there by 7. Don't forget to find the LCD. Once you find the LCD, add those all up. At the end, once you have your fraction divided by 7, don't forget to do keep, change, flip as well. And for D is the median. So for D, median, I'm going to go up to my ascending order part, and I'm going to go ahead and cross 1 off on each end. Then I would do that again and again, and then we're left with 1 in the middle. Since this time we only have the 1, that will be our median. Again, if we have an even number of sets of data, then therefore we would have to find the mean of those two numbers. However, we got lucky this time. We have an odd number of numbers, so 3 2/3 would be our median. And then E, our mode, which number appears the most. We have 3 2/3 appears twice, and that's it. So that would be our mode, 3 2/3. Scroll down here and put 3 2/3. Go ahead and give it a shot and try to do the find the least common denominators and do the adding and subtracting that you have to do to figure out the rest of it out. Once you get those answers, if you want to go ahead and text me what you got, I'll check it and see how you did. All right, good luck. Have a great one.